Oh, it's that scumbag!
Sancta Cadeau, you've brought us quite a magnificent head. How do you think it'll stack up against your competitors?
With the warrior monks at my side, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. But I won't presume to know the rankings. I humbly leave it in God's hands.
Lineup's a bit conventional for my taste so far. Oh, here comes our mysterious little underdog now. Stir things up a bit here, will you?
Chad, I just want you to know that Koji came running into my room. He wants my attention for something. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I actually have my grandparents' dog, Jack Benny, staying with me right now because they're gone on a trip for a couple of days. So, Koji, you're probably up here because you don't like that Jack Benny is downstairs laying down in one of your chairs, right? Is that why you're up here now? Like, hey, why did you bring him over here?
Would you look at these spectacular gauntlet runners? They must all be worthy of kings.
Looks like Luis is still the only one with a sky runner, though.
No. I'm sure those blasted clergymen have some mechanism for it too. The Sanctist Church funded the Skyrunners to begin with. If you can call that flying, of course. All just piffling about with levitation magic. Only a passing acquaintanceship to real aerodynamics. Birds have never needed magic to fly. Just the mechanical ingenuity of the feathered wing. That's the kind of breakthrough I'd like to make. You'll see, eh? One day, I'll make those wings reality, and we'll soar like birds.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I'll have you run in the sky with me. Mark my words.
If it isn't the pretentious little gallant and his cronies. If it isn't the walking headache. Well. No head to be seen. Weren't you talking big about chasing down that Heismay fiend?
You're referring to me, yes?
You're the man. This is a joke, is it? He's your great and terrible bounty. You know there's still time to drop out before you humiliate yourself in front of the masses.
Say what you wish. He is one of us. 'Tis not his head we are offering.
Truly? You're allied with a wanted criminal? Are you all mad? Oh, your public humiliation will be quite a sight. Come, Hector.
And that was?
A candidate and one of Luis's henchmen. We don't exactly see eye to eye.
Confound it. No damn parking spaces left. Well, let's look for somewhere a bit less unpleasantly populated.
Tomorrow is finally the exhibition to present all the heads. I really hope Joanna shows up.
You needn't all sleep here tonight, you know? I can stay and wait for the cavalry. Got to give the old girl a tune-up anyway, don't I?
'Tis much appreciated. In that case, we should look for an inn about the city. And we must sample the local delights. They've far better seafood than in the capital.
I can't wait.
To stop for rest, surrounded by fine food, is an uncommon blessing.
If you're sure, Nearest, then we'll leave it to you. Me, I long for a proper bed.
So be it. Let's find ourselves some lodging.
Really?
We came all this way to a big city. I think we deserve a real inn.
This is a joy!
Alright, take a little look around at Brilehaven. We're at a new place. Gonna be some new bounties, some new requests, I imagine. What do we have here? A Yugeef? Are all Yugeef bats? Welcome. Let me just say, I don't sell much here. All I can offer is medicinal herbs. You don't sell anything else?
Hey,
Shop that only sells herbs? Sounds fishy, doesn't it? If you ain't buying, don't go complaining. Some sort of secret to this store. Interesting.
Oh, God.
Very interesting indeed.
Oh, God.
Well, let's just get a move on. Ah, the crier.
Hey,
Hail, young Elden candidate. I've been waiting to meet you, words. You're that town crier, aren't you? The name's Batlin. Last we saw each other was just before your scrap with Godot's runner, I believe. What a scene that was. Figured hitching a ride with Godot would be safe, but then you and Glottal both showed up. Anyway, I've kept busy with my candidate interviews since then. Ford and most recently, he's who I rode here with.
Good grief.
Look, I know it's me saying this, but be careful out there. The Crown Theocracy will do whatever it takes to win, you know. They're reckless with their runners too. Usually you'd stop and camp during nights, but not them. We just kept running.
huh?
No way, they don't rest at all? Yep, an easy trick when you've got God's grace, plus loads of money and people, which the Sanctifex surely has. The head he's brought is quite something too. If you want to outshine him, you'll need quite the plan.
This fellow.
But I can tell you've got something up your sleeve. I'm looking forward to seeing it unfold, my young Elden friend. I like the crier. He's neat. Until not too long ago, I was a wanted man. If I'm with you, the inns might reject us outright. I'm sorry, but I'll have to rely on you to find our accommodations.
oh, this blooming
Not that way. This way.
Yeah?
Bum, bum,
Hey,
bum,
mister.
bum.
Blower.
All right. What's this about?
Need a ride?
Anywhere you want to go, I'll take you to the far bank. Ah, to the inn,
Good
please.
choice.
Got a little
Say,
boat system going on here. Oh, you can see the meteor from here.
Whoa!
You can really see the king's face from here, huh? I'd realized 'twas slowly moving, but its coming to Brilehaven was beyond my expectations. I wonder why it came.
Yes.
I do suspect it kept a watchful eye on the top candidates, or it keeps, rather. It's evident that we're being observed, as we've seen from the coronation rock. Well, maybe that's actually for the better. Seeing that thing in the sky might make everyone really think about the kingdom's future.
Okay then.
Anyway, we'd better get to finding an inn we can stay at.
Ridiculous.
Even now, His Majesty's Face Watch is on. Once the exhibition of the Brave is over with, it's on to Montario next, I suppose. I never thought I'd see the royal palace entire borne aloft, let alone on skybound pilgrimage to Euchronia's 3 great cities. Montario is next. That's where you're from, right? Your Hulkenberg family? Royal magic, and what a tremendous magic it is indeed. There's more. Sup, buddy? I don't think I need to go to, whatchamacallit, are there multiple inns we can go to?
Hey,
Look who's here. You're that Elda fella from Martira, ain't ya? Guess we both got ourselves marks for the exhibition. Were you hoping to stay at this inn? Sorry to disappoint you if so, because I just got tossed out on my ear by the innkeeper. Said it's already full, and the one calling itself the Come One, Come All Inn. Some joke, eh? There anywhere else to stay? There's 2 other inns nearby, but I'm hardly thrilled with either option. On the other side of the fountain is the Golden Coral Pavilion, where people like Ford didn't stay. A Parapis or an Elda stay in there, fat bloody chance, and there's an inn past the Golden Corral, but that one's twice as pricey. Rumors say that's where you'll find Lewis, naturally. Probably bought out the whole place for his rabble-rousing crew.
Yes.
You think so? Guess we'd better avoid that one then. Shh, not like we could afford it to begin with. As far as other options go, there's the Spider's Den over by the tavern. There's a dodgy-looking Yugeef standing out front, smiling all creepy-like. Puts me right off staying there, so I'll pass. Besides, who needs an inn when there's a tavern? From this day on, I claim it as my castle. I doubt we'd get much sleep in a tavern. I sure wouldn't anyway. Not that the Spider's Den sounds much better. That was a lot.
oh, this blooming heat.
What's happening here?
What is it you require?
You there. You have a look about you like one of my supporters. Are you? Who are you? You truly haven't heard of me? Oh, I'm shocked, and yet how lucky you are to be granted the privilege of my exquisite form for the first time. Beauty is all is my creed, and more than anything, a king should be beautiful, should he not? And whichever inn I choose for my beauty, rest must be worthy of my resplendent grace. Yes, like this Golden Corral Pavilion, words. Alas, I doubt you have been blessed with wealth enough to enjoy a room as lavish as a place as this. This guy's a jerk. I wouldn't want to stay in an inn full of people like him anyway. Unfortunately, all the other decent inns seem to be full, so we've only got one choice left. I really don't want to, but should we check out the Spider's Den we heard about from Loveless earlier?
Oh, this blooming heat.
Hey there!
I saw you in Martira, didn't I? Another participant in the tournament, right? Okay, so not all you geefs are bats, because you... Wait, no, you have, like, wing arms. Are you also a bat? You're just a really weird-looking one? I thought you were, like, a squirrel or a chipmunk. Were you planning to stay at this inn? Unfortunately, there aren't any beds left. Because the exhibition everywhere is full up, and after I told myself I was gonna make sure to stay somewhere nice this time, too.
I see.
That's so. If this place is no good, we'll have to look somewhere else. But wait, that gauntlet runner of yours, the one you had parked in the middle of Martira. Hey, come on, what sort of tech does it use? Let me in on it, too. Who are you?
What?
You're terrible, saying you don't remember me. I'm Lena Caden, the only daughter of the Caden Workshop. Just so you know, I'm participating, too. I've got a real gauntlet runner of my own and everything. That means that if you're stubborn and refuse to tell me, I can make you do it by force. Bet.
Oh, this blooming heat.
This blooming heat. Where do I go to get to this other end? Way over this way?
What do I do?
Here we go. Hi. On the hunt for lodging, are we? I have a spare room available. I won't refuse service to anyone, and my rooms are affordable for all. Criminals, persecuted tribes, oh no, I wouldn't dream of turning business away. Feel free to have a look at the accommodations. We can discuss payment afterwards.
Kind of.
This place seems really shady, but we might as well look at the room. A bed's a bed.
Well, should have figured they'd be out of the upper rooms with all the travelers in town.
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am full glad to stretch my legs again.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
Yeah, I would not stay here. I would stay in the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
You were living in a cave with a bunch of giant death worms. How could you be afraid of bugs?
Well, listen to you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
That's what I'm saying.
Hence the hut.
That's why you lived in that hut?
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceedings.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then get to the exhibition after that. Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Louise.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she will join us?
Maybe we should have tied her up and brought her with us, shouldn't we have, Hulkenberg?
Who knows?
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least in part. I believe she expressed genuine parental love. I want to believe that, at least.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the dais. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
Balderdash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly of your spirit.
Balderdash.
Right. We've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
Too early yet to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears. And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
Oh, haha, very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
Ooh.
What are we without beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time our country reflected that.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
With all skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power. Lack one, you should lack the other.
how is anyone voting for you?
When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
I love you, Lord Milo! I love you forever!
Soprano voiced.
Well, he has a point about what people tend to follow.
What? This really doesn't bother you? It isn't right.
You'd rather wait for a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars. Without military power, the crown's voice means nothing! When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Rousant tribe at its head! Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command!
Hear, hear! For Rousant pride!
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men! We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets open! Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coffers will be a head lighter! We'll split their fortunes and toast to our health!
She really is just running on the campaign platform of Eat the Rich.
Preach it, Katharina! You're just what this land needs!
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne, then?
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody here even compares to Lord Luis.
Luis isn't even in the running, lad. Poor Blight is afraid of losing to Sanctifex Fawn.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
I confess, I know not how to feel. 'Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feelings on king and kingdom.
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a nasty argument.
Stupid leopard print guy.
When I'm king, pleasures will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink, all year round.
Woo! Next round's on Loveless!
Let fools be content with their fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagining.
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Luis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
That lad there, he's an elder, isn't he? Are you a candidate too?
Well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
Ooh, that's a big one. I caught some weird, creepy creature. Yeah, I don't think I would eat that.
Is that really edible? It doesn't look quite, natural.
Why was this in the thing for customers?
By all means, let us try it.
Did she even look at it?
Why, tis delicious!
I don't believe you.
The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it has.
I guess I'll try a bite. I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible. I hope.
At least we'll die together.
Oh, well, I was the one who suggested fishing. Right. The noble thing to do is see it through. Oh, it's rather slimy for my liking.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
'Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need way higher standards, lady.
I don't think Hulkenberg actually has taste buds.
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm Batlin, a church crier for the tournament. Maybe you remember me. Sounds like you made a hell of a splash in Martyra, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
How did you hear about all this?
It's a crier's business to hear things. So, do you have a head ready?
Well, let's see. Got a head right here, I suppose.
Lips sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity of your little party. I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you, all right?
That crier's an odd one. Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is he?
I don't know, but I like him.
Rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought ahead. Wonder what he's playing at.
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on. Keep it under your hats, chums. But his power may rival Count Luis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to, spice this race up a bit.
Right. Just got back from the pub, did you?
You wound me! Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.